Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Kappa's State of Mind. We're back after a glorious 3-1 victory over Manchester City.
Huge.
I'm here with the usual. We got Ben.
What's up?
We got Geff.
What's up?
We got a new guest over here, Mr. Daniel Dahan. Watched the game with us today. He's a huge Tottenham supporter. We sort of like him. He was in town. Figured he'd stop by. Dean, we miss you. Dean couldn't be here today. Let's get right down to it. What a game. Top of the league, 8 points clear. Leicester and Chelsea, second and third, 26 points. City in fourth, 25. The lead over City is now 9 points.
Incredible.
We remember that kind of lead very, very well from last season.
First hearing you say this, by the way, the top of the league.
I know. You can feel my
tough.
voice.
Listening to
you can
the top teams, it's hard for me.
I know. It's okay, buddy.
Still love you.
And Sheffield in fifth with 17 points. Incredible run by them. And you know what? One thing I wanted to bring to attention first, the fact that in these opening 12 matches, we had 2 games away to Chelsea and United. We hosted City, Leicester, Arsenal, and Spurs all at home.
Crazy stretch.
11 wins, 1 draw.
That's unbelievable.
Ben, you got some more stats for us?
Some Ben things we could...
Unbelievable. As far as our September and October runs, I think what more can we ask for? You know what I mean? Especially today, coming out, in my opinion, our best game of the season. Mm-hmm. Hands down. We spoke about this in the...
Most crucial game of the season as well.
Absolutely. We spoke
think
about
this was your best played game of the season?
I believe so, yeah.
Really?
In terms of tactics?
100%.
Yeah.
I'm not saying in terms of just strictly offense. You have to also look at our opponent, right? We played Manchester City, who's a very possession-heavy team, a very controlling midfield team, and I think, and especially in the first half, we capitalized on some key components.
Yeah, tactically, we won.
Tactically, we capitalized, which is what we failed to do many times. We dropped back on defense brilliantly. We covered well. We played great. Lovren, I think, came in today and had his best performance for us in over a year, probably.
He did have a solid performance.
I think he blocked, 3-4 shots, one of which off the ground.
While he was on the ground, he just stuck a foot up. It was incredible.
Unreal. Had some great aerial dual wins. Defensively, we played well. Our midfield held their own. You know what I mean? Gini had one of his better performances of the season, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Didn't get on the score sheet, unfortunately. But really dominated. For me, he was a contender for man of the match. We'll get into that a little bit later.
Mm-hmm.
Geff, what did you see today?
Like you guys said, in terms of tactics, it was a huge win. I think what Klopp was going for is City press like crazy. Once we lure them in, we're just going to shoot the ball up, give it to our fullbacks. Trent fed the ball to Salah, and then there's eventually that goal with Trent to Robo all the way in the other wing. Then a nice little cross with the bounce to Salah's head for the second one. That was one of the most beautiful goals I've seen.
That was a great ball.
It was
delicious.
I was praying for Salah to get on the score sheet, and luckily I saw one, and I wore the year we went to Kiev. I don't know if you can see right now; it's under my sweater right now. But just to have a proper omen that maybe Salah would go off, and he did. And Mane also had a goal. Fabinho's rocket was incredible.
What a fucking goal.
Oh, man. It was
crazy what a difference Fabinho makes. The last time we played them in January, he didn't play.
He didn't start.
We ended up losing 2-1.
And we scored when he was on the pitch. We equalized 1-1 when he was on the pitch.
Yes. True. And then he comes on today, and...
I was in Thailand.
I gotta say, the way you guys build up from the back compared to other teams is just... It's something else.
That's what I wanted to see. From a neutral perspective, what was the game like to you?
Look, seeing City and Liverpool play each other is always, to me, whoa. It's literally mind-boggling, especially with Klopp and Pep going up against each other.
It's a clash of titans.
Yeah, but it's the tactical standpoint of these games between them is really just... It's crazy. But you saw today, I think, a little bit more even. Liverpool push hard from the back.
Yeah.
And change the game.
Played a high line.
We were talking about it throughout the game. We all watched together that how Lovren and Virgil in the back with Alisson just held the ball well, drew players out of position. At one point we had
5-6 City defenders in our half.
City attackers in our half when we have possession. All we need is pass the ball out to Trent or Robo or anybody to push the ball out, and you saw we came out on counterattacks, and that's how we got a chance.
I will say that Pep did make a little bit of adjustments, and the game looked a little different second half.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
Completely different game.
But,
I personally felt that our midfield was overrun at times. I think they put in a very, very heavy defensive and very heavy. They were running all over the place. A very, very tough shift they put in, yes, but I think at times they were a little bit lost. We failed to control the games in certain aspects. I mean, obviously, I'm just nitpicking, but I did feel that we were overrun by the technical superiority of City.
Yeah,
but
City showed up.
But our sheer power, our will, it did show. It pulled through. The midfield stuck together. We stuck to the game plan. We stuck to the tactics. And overall, it was just a brilliant performance. We really capitalized on our chances. I think we saw the way City were going to come out very hungry and very fast. And I think we knew that if we tried to play a possession-based game, it wouldn't necessarily be to our benefit. We stung them when we could.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, like
we were clinical for the first time in a long time. We were just complaining about that
that's what we were
earlier.
talking about. We were clinical. We finished. That's what we need to do.
Everything was
We
finished.
create every game. We create opportunities every single game, whether we guys want to admit it or not. We bring in the ball the same way we do it through Robo, through Trent. We send crosses in.
Klopp actually said something cool. I think you heard it also when you were watching post game. He said something. I think it was very indicative and accurate of like your performance today. You guys forced those goals.
Yeah.
You really forced those goals.
But like I think the tactics that Pep put out, where it's like smothering the attacking third, having all these players forward, trying to pass around, try to open up
And
space, tiki
we
taka.
adapted.
Yeah, that's literally what we shot. We shot the ball up and we tried to sprint into their half as best we could. And there was no Ederson in goal. There was some speculation that he was going to start. They saw his jersey in the locker room. Even David Silva made the bench. Interestingly enough,
Rodri started.
also.
Wasn't supposed
It's
to be
all
back.
mind games.
Yeah, a lot of mind games from Pep.
Yeah.
And interesting enough, Pep only made one sub, which was Jesus for Aguero. And you had Mahrez on the bench. Of course, you had Silva. You had Cancelo.
I mean, look, I'm not gonna lie.
To be fair, they played well.
Yeah, and
It's
towards
not
the
that
end
they
of the
didn't play
second
well.
half,
They were
had
knocking
us-
all game. Knocking all
They
game.
had us
Sterling-
pegged in our half. Sterling was running at Trent.
Yeah.
They were doing it
Dominated
5,
Trent.
6, 7 times in a row. They were
Sterling
getting
was
into the
doing
box
whatever
in
he wanted,
dangerous
but-
positions. Like, we were not defending so well towards the end of the second half. Like,
I think
we were getting nervous, and they
between-
were playing well. There was no like. To be honest with you, on the opposite end of things, like if we're down by 2 goals against a team, like if we were playing the way City were playing, I'd be fucking encouraged. I wouldn't say to touch anything. I would say leave it be. They were playing well.
Yeah,
we
maybe-
just outdid them.
I mean, if I
got a little
was
lucky.
Pep, I would have taken out maybe like Gundogan and put in somebody more attacking man, like Mahrez.
like Mars.
I mean, I don't give a fuck because we fucking won.
course.
Who cares?
Like Dean was talking about yesterday. Like we had to come out guns blazing. That's literally what we did.
I was so happy. We
Got a
scored
goal.
early. What,
Yeah.
6th, 7th minute? We had the Fabinho rocket.
Wait. Was it a penalty? Yes or no?
Yeah, there
the
was a
original
which one was the
handball
penalty?
on Trent. The original.
Handball,
no.
no, that was.
I think it was.
It
I
hit off
think
David. Listen, I'll tell you what it is. If they don't call that, right, and they get the ball and they end up scoring that play, they bring it back and they review it. The ball hit David Silva's hand. They call it back.
David
It's
Silva's
it's
right.
contradictory.
Bernardo Silva. I apologize.
But Bernardo's hand was not in such a like. Trent's arm was like here and like out. Bernardo's was like
Yeah,
here and
but
hit
the
him in
fact
the
that
side.
it hit off his arm into his arm. If it would have hit off his head into his arm, no question they would have given the penalty.
Most likely.
The fact that it hit off his arm and then they're in a position, think about it, VNR
That
is in a
makes
position,
sense.
and let's explain that this isn't the handball because the arm is closer and that this is. And they don't want to get into that. That's the reason they didn't call it back.
Yeah.
However, regardless, the way we played after that play, we didn't stop, we didn't hesitate. We pushed forward, ran through, ended up getting the crazy goal off a really bad what's it called? Clearance on their end.
I yelled. Listen, I think Fabinho heard me through the TV because I
Yeah,
yelled at
yeah.
the shoot.
We always yell at him.
Always yell
The
at him.
second it left his foot, you
You
knew it was going in.
in.
You knew it was going in.
Beautiful ball. It was fucking.
By the way, on today's short segment of Ben Things, I'm just going to jump in here today to try to get it in. Liverpool have won 11 of their last 12 matches this season and lead the table by 8 points. Only Manchester United in 1993 and 94 have had a bigger lead after 12 games of the Premier League season. Something to note about this, Chelsea, which is in third place, 1 point above City, I believe, and City play each other at
After international break.
At the dead, which is going to be like one of the most important games for both teams, especially coming off City's loss to us today. The form that Chelsea, Lampard has Chelsea in, they're playing unbelievable. Shout out to Pulisic, American rock star, killing it.
Yeah.
And the young guns like Tammy and Mount.
They have a bright future.
Their young
So,
studs are.
That's gonna be a fun game.
They are. We need them to draw. That's what we
By
need.
the way, everyone saw Pep's sarcasm towards the end towards the ref. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Manchester City manager Pep Guardiola has lost 8 matches in all competition against Jurgen Klopp. That is 3 more than he has against any other manager.
Saw that.
The kryptonite.
Literally is kryptonite.
And this was the second time this season Manchester City have conceded 3 goals in a Premier League game. The other time was Norwich, which they lost.
Okay, gentlemen. Salah. Vintage or what?
It was super
Welcome
vintage.
back.
Yeah. I mean,
Has he landed?
I hope so. I hope that it wakes him up because I mean
hope
he
so.
he definitely looked like vintage Salah today.
Crazy thing is
sprinting
he's-
on the wing.
The
And all
crazy
that.
thing is we've been expecting more from him, yet he's been having an incredible season. His numbers are still absurd.
He's very
You know what I
disrespected.
mean?
And I explained this in the chat. The reason we do that is because he has led us to a point where our expectations are so high that when he doesn't impress us, we're almost disappointed, and it's not fair to him. It's not fair to him for him to show up when it fucking matters. You know what I mean? Don't score against Villa. Give me that goal against City, bro. I'll take that any day.
He came out
You know?
today. He was a rock star. He really was. He was
Was a rock star.
incredible.
Someone I
on
missed today.
Defense, on
I'm sure we
offense.
can all agree. Someone we all missed seeing efficiently today was Bobby up front.
Yeah, Bobby was a little behind
a
the
little
pace today,
behind.
but he was dropping deep. He had to
Yeah.
help out.
Listen.
He was down. He was down helping out defend every single
Who else?
possession.
Mane.
Salah and Mane.
Mane was
Both.
incredible.
Our
Incredible
front three
defensively.
defensively was incredible today. They were really, really supporting.
It was You want
That
that
was-
from a
It
winger.
was-
Mane had a great game also.
That was great.
Mane was listen. All the goals were beautiful. They were class. We look like the counter-attacking Liverpool that we know. I haven't seen us counter like that in a long time, and I'm very happy that it came today.
We had to. We had no
Yeah.
choice. We came
Yeah.
into this game leading in possession almost every game we've played in this season.
Next,
in the Premier League.
we're away to Palace.
Yes.
We're away at
After
Palace.
international
After
break.
international
Tough,
break in
tough game.
13 days. But for this match ratings, Ben, you want to kick us off?
Yeah, I'll kick us off. Match rating. I gave Alisson an 8.
Okay.
He was phenomenal. He had some great saves, and he was able to really control the back with Virgil and Lovren back there. So he gets an 8 for me. Virgil gets a 7.5. He was solid. Nothing exceptional. Nothing that impressed me too much.
Okay.
Lovren 8. I think it was his best performance for us this season. He was immense. Great blocking. Great positioning. He was where he needed to be. Trent I gave a 7.5 just because he had Sterling ran all over him. He gave Sterling a little bit too much space in my opinion today. Robo got an 8 for me. That extra half boost over what I gave to Trent just comes for that brilliant assist to Salah. Fabinho gets an 8.5 for me. Contender for man of the match again. Contender for man of the match again.
I think out of all, I think
Incredible.
Go ahead.
Yeah, he came out aggressively in the beginning, and he settled into his role. Got the goal.
And
Brilliant.
No yellow cards.
No yellow cards, which is great. I gave Hendo a 7.
You love that celebration.
Hendo was solid.
Yeah.
Hendo was solid. Got a great assist to Mane. He's done that almost identical assist against Chelsea to Mane. I gave Genie an 8. Also, contender for man of the match for me. Phenomenal.
Okay.
Mane gets an 8. Salah gets an 8.5. I think he was, in my
Mane?
opinion, Salah.
Salah.
Salah, I'm going to give the man of the match to. Not based off of so exceptionally better, just based off of the fact that, we were all very excited to see him score, and he started off very hot, and he executed today. And so I think he deserves it after not receiving it for a while. And Bobby, I gave a 7.5.
What about your subs?
Our subs. Milner came on, did what he needed to do. Didn't impress me too much. He's a 6.5. Ox, he didn't come on. He came on more to try to help, I think, Trent defensively.
With Sterling,
With Sterling. And didn't do that, and that's where the goal came from anyway.
Well, he came on after.
He came on after the goal,
You know, but that's why he came on. You know what I mean? He you know what? You're right, actually. I just fucked that up. Anyway, he gets a 6.5 for me, and...
That was a little bit of like a thing with Klopp.
And you mentioned Gomez.
And Gomez came on, and I think it sort of pushed Trent into more of like a midfield position, which is always fun to see. And he gets a 6.5. His impact, you know what I mean? He came and did what he needed to do.
Geff?
Alisson, I gave an 8. Made some clutch saves. His distribution was awesome. Trent gave an 8. Virgil 7.5. He was solid, but I think Lovren is going to get the bigger rating. He got an 8, made some very important blocks, and the flashy block when he was right on the floor just stuck a foot up. I love that. Robertson, I gave an 8 because the connection between him and Trent that inevitably led to the Salah goal was super sweet. Genie, I gave an 8. Probably, I'd say, maybe his second best performance. I forgot which game he freaking killed it in, but he looked so strong. He was dancing past defenders, shielding the ball. Dribbling was impeccable. Fab, I gave a 9. He's my man of the match. We're used to seeing him putting in great tackles, giving assists, but today we saw him score. Not just see him score, but score a fucking golazo.
All right, what a fucking
he has the best rating in my match ratings. Hendo, I gave a 7.5. He had some cheeky plays in there. Had a captain's performance, to say the least. Salah gave an 8, looking very vintage. Unnerving some of the City defenders. Nice sprints, great header, great goal. Bobby gave a 7. Obviously, he's not there to really, score the goals, but he's there to create and fall back in defense and support the mid. Mane gave an 8. In regards to the subs, Miller gave a 7. Gomez is 6.8, and Ox is 6.8.
You love those 0.8s.
I'm on the 0.8 train also.
Really? You guys love that shit.
Yeah, why not? I left over the 8 for Alisson. Mm-hmm. He really, I think, did what he had to do, commanded his area. Top-notch performance. Trent, 7.5. I think he made some silly shoves for no reason. I think the fact that he let Sterling have so much space, not so great. But, Ben went over that a little bit before. Love went in Virgil, 7.8. Solid performance. Robertson, an 8. He did phenomenal. I think he really closed that side down. Genie, 7.5. Great performance by him. He really shone today. You saw that in the midfield. Hendo, 7.5. Lovely assist also. Real captain's performance. Kept us calm. Kept us in the game. Fab, 8.5. My man of the match. Superb. Don't even have to tell you guys how good he was. Salah and Mane, both 8s for me. Both got on the score sheet. Both put in a solid shift defensively as well. Bobby, 7.5, a little behind the pace, but he did do a little bit more on the defensive side today. Ox, Gomez, and Milner, all his subs, I think, were a solid 7 for me. Came on fresh legs, they showed that, but they were nothing too spectacular. Overall, what a day. Great performance. Top of the league. 3-1 over City. That's always phenomenal.
Unreal.
And just,
another win in
still
Anfield.
taking it in. Still really... absorbing
top of the
it.
league.
Who was your man of the match?
Fabinho. I'm probably going to watch the highlights another 10 times tonight.
And watch some of the Pep reactions.
But
wow, the Pep reactions, those are always nice.
Those are always fun to watch. Thank you all for joining us.
3 points.
3 points.
We have an international break, so we don't go again till what, the 30th?
The 23rd.
23rd.
13 days from now. Crystal Palace away.
That's a tough match.
Well, there's definitely going to be a pre-match for that. You guys should join us for that. Thank you for coming out. Shout out Remy. Dean, we love you as well.
Hold on.
Follow us, Spotify, Twitter, hashtag Kappa State of Mind. MySpace, the whole nine.
The whole nine.
We
share this post, comment below. Tell us what you think about Mo's new hair. And Daniel Dahan is single, so if any of you Scouts women are watching, feel free to
get us some help to talk.
Shout out. We'll take Son.